Hey guys, I'm doing this for like the 5th time, using a GoPro. I like the picture, the quality, but small touchscreen on the back, and my eyes just aren't the best anymore. So when I don't have my glasses, don't know what I'm pushing sometimes, and I thought I was recording, and sure enough, took one still picture, and then I'm talking to myself, basically. So let's try this again. Today, still working on the VTR. We're going to address the cooling system some more. I'm going to replace all the hoses. The original black ones. I'm going to replace them as long as the bike's apart. And I ordered some silicone ones. I got red. I figured why not. Their match is pretty close to the red fairing, and it's pretty decent deal. I think it was $60 maybe for all the hoses. I can't remember. And we're gonna put those on and just take a look at some other things. I've got several other videos. I just got to get to them. My son helps me out. He does all the great editing on it. I'm just not good with that stuff. It takes a long time to sit down and learn, and it's just not something I feel like doing. I'd rather work on the mechanical parts of stuff. Guess what? The parts game today. That's right. I don't know about these guys. Here's the radiator hoses. I'm thinking I should have went with just black. The red's a pretty good match for the original bike color, but in here it's gonna stick out like a sore thumb. It is what it is. These seem really flexible. Zap. Yeah, they do come from China, but they got good reviews. I mean, that could be fake, who knows. I'm gonna give them a try. They're all there. And then I got, and this is gonna be the stupidest thing when I tell you what I did. I got all my genuine Honda replacement gaskets. Thing of beauty, but there's one thing missing. One of these. Dumb me. These are from Partzilla, by the way, which was great. Said, I thought I ordered 2 of these. These are the carb gaskets, and I only ordered 1. I double checked everything. So those are the gaskets that will go right here, actually, the air box to the top. So the good news is I can put this all back together. Worst case is if I'm detecting an air leak, it's underneath this tape and replace, but order another one for like $2 and replace it. I totally meant to order both, completely forgot. I've got new, here's my my carb piece. I've got new ends here for these guys. I'm a little concerned about this too, because I thought it was the entire unit, but it's only the ends of the carburetor. So I'm kind of confused on that also. I will say I'll have to give this a look and see, because I might have to hopefully just lube this cable up. It's a little tough to move, but it doesn't look damaged. But I was hoping it was the entire assembly, and I swear that's what it said online, so I'm gonna have to check. Got a new thermostat here, brand new, whole thing. That pops right in, easy, most expensive piece. But there were used ones. Nobody could guarantee me that the used ones were any good, so it was like 20-some bucks. So I just got it, and I got a new gasket right there, so the thermostat goes in here. I got a new gasket on top to seal that, so that won't leak. So I'm going to begin putting this stuff back together today. It's supposed to be 92. It's already in the 80s outside. There's Theo. He's hanging out, keeping an eye for lizards. All right, have at it. Here, old, new, open, closed, same temperature. So obviously this one was no good. Stuck open. The wax in there, the temperature stuff changes temperature, is leaked out and gone bad. So we're gonna pop that new one in. I love new parts, especially OEM new parts. See here, just a little, when you put this in, you drop it in, it's not gonna line up. I don't know if you can see that, it's overhanging. Basically just put it in and you'll spin it and bam, it'll just literally fall into place. Nice and smooth. Still got a little rotation, that's totally supposed to be, but it lines up just like it should. Some people too, that is the radiator, thermostat original, and this is the thermostat gasket original. So there's the part numbers, in case someone else has to go through the trouble like I did trying to find them. Where this piece goes, because this piece does not go right here under the front intake where I thought it was. Sure looks like something was there. So let's do a little checking. Sorry for the weed trimmer, but I was right actually. That O-ring is supposed to go in this piece that I took off. I'm wondering if this has been my leak, and it looks like someone used gasket sealer on here that I'm gonna have to scrape off, because I think there's a groove underneath here that's just been filled with gasket sealer. This is on Partzilla, it's part number 18 I ordered. This is part number 9 right here, this metal piece that I'm holding. And there's the short screw, or short bolt, and the long bolt, 20 and 21. It's not focusing. And that goes right there between the cylinder heads. This goes into the thermostat housing. So I do have the right piece. I looked up the number below, it matches. So I'm gonna have to go and take a time out here and clean this up and try to find a groove underneath. This is my first time coming across gasket sealer, because I did start poking a little and it did seem to just chip away right here. It was hard to see where my thumb's at. Smooth, 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 and clean. I could peel a lot of it out. I used a little soft wire brush. This side, even though it's got a little dark around there, it is nice and smooth and flat. So right there, it feels perfect, I should say. Now we're gonna put this new guy in and tighten it down, and then maybe start putting some of these new red radiator hoses on. That looks so much better. So much better. Now let's just hope it works. I don't really know a better way to like help this, and it's so deep in the engine that I really don't want it to leak. So I'm gonna just go with this and the way Honda designed it and hope it works. Hopefully these surfaces, I don't really know how to, sorry about the plane overhead. We live close to the airport. I don't know how to check that these surfaces are flat, but I'm gonna just give it a try, guys. Alright, here's my best guess with the hoses. Water pump, I don't even remember what all these are. I got them all lined up. What I don't like is like these guys don't have replacements. And man, when you're in here this deep, I just want to replace every hose. There's those, there's a couple down here, and I think most of these, I want to say they're vacuum hoses. But honestly, I'm not really sure about that. So, what to do? I'm thinking that's what these are. But boy, when you're in, like I said, when you're in this deep, just want to fix everything. That's something I struggle when doing stuff like this. I just want to replace everything with new parts that can get worn out, because I don't want to have to go back and deal with another problem. But the costs add up, as you know, and I don't have the parts, and it stops me. So I think I'm going to just go with what I have and hope it resolves it. If I come across any obvious crack or something, I'll go back and have to do that. But as far as ones down here in the engine, this is the only one. And I want to say this is a coolant line because of all that at the end. I'll have to trace the other end. Kind of lazy. I'm sitting in my nice recliner right here. It's my son's old chair. That's a disaster. As you can see, that's why we're not keeping it. But boy, it's a nice shop chair. Although I think I work at a slower pace than I would without it, because I just kind of kick back and relax. Alright guys, so I got this one on, replaced the gasket, put the new hose in. Stupid me, there's one on the other side. I just, I don't know what I was thinking. So I didn't order an O-ring for this. I'm going to pull it off. I'm going to clean it. It's probably gasket sealer. If not, I'm going to redo it with some gasket sealer. I've got ultra copper or high temp red. They're both high temp actually. I like to land these things are both more than enough for this application. So I'm going to redo it with that. And when I take the cylinder head cover off here in the back, you can see they had already taken off and they've used gasket sealer. I'm going to redo this because I have to stop. There's a little oil drip on the cam chain tensioner that they installed, and I want to get that little oil drip fixed, so I'm going to have to redo this seal anyway. Anyway, same thing, long screw, long bolt. Looks pretty dang new, same thing, short bolt. And take it out, clean off the surfaces, and redo it. Pops right off. Yeah, what a mess. This one looks worse. See if you can get in there, see that? There it is. Clean all this up and redo this. Maybe this is where my leak's coming from. I'm starting to wonder if I should put, I'll keep the new gasket on the front cylinder and redo this with the high temp stuff. Hear the fan going in the background. So, reassembly, of course, is the reverse of disassembly, but let me tell you, this is a pain. This is why I hate liquid cooled bikes. So, first thing you need to do is this hose to the water pump needs to be just in place. It's going to go into a side groove on the overflow tank, and the overflow tank has a little protrusion right here that goes into a hole in the frame down here, which is right below the screw that holds the choke mount. So you got to put the back in first, then you got to put the front in and attach the screw way up there. And this is not fun to get in. This has to go in first. And then you've got to put the thermostat housing in place. And this guy here, this tube sticking out back here, will go to the top of the overflow tank. That just drains the ground. So what I need to do is finagle this coolant, the back of the coolant, into the frame, secure the front bolt, and make sure this is, it just fits in this side cutout right here. Not a fun job by any means. Just think, if it was air cooled, we'd have none of this. Alright, I'm going to put this down and try that. So I am getting there. All these hoses, I got to trim up. They're all pretty much the right bend, real close, but too long. Trim a little from each end. Oh. And as you can see, progress is being made. Got these guys on. I had to trim this one quite a bit. This one fit perfect. This one had to be trimmed a lot. I gotta find the connection to the temperature sensor. I don't know where that cable is. It's in here somewhere. But right now I got these on just loose because I gotta fit all these tubes. I'm gonna put all the 3 tubes on, and then all the cooling system is back together. Old and new, they look identical, but when I put them, let's do it this way, on top, I'm getting about that much extra. It's hard to do it with one hand in the camera. That side's like flush, but that side's got a lot, so I always split it. Everything else looking the same. It's even got the nice bend in it and stuff, but oops, God, this is horrible. I'm sorry, guys. I just have one hand to hold the camera and hold one hand for the parts. It's just extra, so I'm gonna see if it fits like this. If not, I'll trim it up. I got the other one in right there. Now I'm kind of liking the red as a little accent here and there. You can maybe see some red hiding out in there. It doesn't look too bad. It's got a blue cam chain tensioner from the previous owner. But I'm gonna get these in. Like I said, this is just all loosely mounted to make sure it fits, and I gotta get this last hose in there, and that's it for the hoses. Tighten it all down, and it could actually almost be filled with fluid. I gotta get the ones to the carbs going. I think this one routes coolant around the carb bodies for when it's cold out to keep it from icing. which I'd rather they not do. Maybe I could plug those off. Actually, I should look into that. Simplify my life, because it's warm out here in North Carolina and I don't have to deal with that. All right, let's do this last, or one of the last hoses here. I appreciate everyone subscribing, giving me, thumbs up or thumbs down. I don't know that I've gotten any yet. Don't give me any though if you don't have to. Comments are great. Let me know what you think, and I'm trying to find another project. I've still got more videos on the bike, but what's next? I'm really leaning towards a cheap car, manual transmission for sure. Something that can be fixed up, it just needs some care and stuff. I'm more about the mechanical than the cosmetics. It's just how I've always been. So if you have any ideas, let me know. The used car market right now on auctions and online is just crazy because of COVID and people being out of work and needing a car now. So I don't know, I'll try to wait it out. We'll see. Things are kind of turning the corner. It's the end of the year. Hopefully next year this will get better. But anyway, hope this video helps you guys out, and there are some more coming. I'm trying to get them out. Take care.